everybody, Chef Bob here, and today I'm going to show you how to make spicy buffalo wings using a real simple recipe. Just a few spices, some hot sauce, some butter, a deep fryer, and that's about it, and our chicken wings. So let's get started. The first thing I'm going to show you how to do is just to trim up your chicken wings. These have been rinsed off, and if they're frozen, make sure you thaw them out first. And there's 3 pieces to each wing. You have the tip right here, then you have the flat, and then you have the drumstick. So what you want to do is you just want to separate the pieces. So just take a nice sharp knife, and as you go down between the joints, you'll sort of feel it with the knife. And then when you feel that, just push the knife straight through like that. Now the tips I like to put into a container and freeze them for when I want to make chicken stock. They're great for that. So save those for chicken stock. Now to separate the flat from the drumstick, you just cut through the skin here, and with your knife you'll be able to feel that joint. And then when you feel that joint, just apply some pressure and it should go right through, like that. I missed it a little bit, that's why I struggled. Let's try another one. This one should go easier. Let's see. Just go down until you feel that. I like to use, as you see, the back end of the knife because you'll have more power if you try to use you don't want to use the tip, you want to use the back end of the knife. Go down here. Oh, much easier. I'm going to finish these and I'll come back once I have these all cut up and show you the next step. Okay, I finished cutting up the chicken wings. As you see, I put the tips away, like I said, to make chicken stock at some later time. I have the flats and the drumsticks here. Now what I like to do is I like to season them. Before I put them in the deep fryer, I like to season them. And it's very simple. At a minimum, I like to use salt and black pepper. I have a tablespoon of salt. Let's put this little container. A tablespoon of black pepper. And those 2 I would always use. And then, if I want to make them spicier, I'll add some cayenne pepper. Today I'm going to add 1 teaspoon. That is 1 tablespoon each of salt and pepper. Now this is 1 teaspoon of cayenne. And, you know, the most I would add would be a tablespoon, but today I'm just adding 1 teaspoon, just for a little bit of extra heat. It'll be that second bite. After your initial buffalo wing sauce, you'll get this second tingle, the second bite. And then I also, again, it depends on what you like. I like to add a teaspoon of garlic powder. It just adds that little extra flavor, a little extra something, instead of just the plain hot sauce flavor. So I like to put those in a little shaker container. Or you can reuse if you have a salt shaker or some other spice container. This is a little shaker top. So I'm just going to shake this up to blend those up. And now I'm just going to sprinkle it and shake it on the chicken almost like you would do a dry rub. So I'm just going to make sure to get this seasoning all over the drumsticks and the flats, or chicken wings. And then I'm simply going to flip them over and get the other side. And just like we did on the first side, cover them with our seasoning mix. And, you know, feel free to add some more spices to this mix. Or if you don't like the extra heat, do not add the cayenne. If you don't like garlic, don't add the garlic. But I just like to add that little bit of extra flavor to the chicken. And just a word of caution, we're dealing with raw chicken here. So as you see me going through the steps, I have cut out from the video the pieces where I'm constantly washing all the utensils, the counter, and my hands. But please keep in mind those good food safety handling tips when you're dealing with raw chicken. You know, in between different steps, make sure you wash your hands thoroughly, dry them, all your utensils, and try not to contaminate anything else in your cooking area with that. So having said that, I'm going to put these aside, and the next thing I'm going to do is heat up our cooking oil. I'm going to use the DeLonghi RotoFry. And if you're not familiar with this, it's a nice little fryer, and it uses a lot less oil than a conventional fryer. And it has this submersible basket. So what happens is it uses about 1 quart or 1 liter of oil. And the basket, maybe you can get this on the overhead cam, I'm not sure, but it has a tilted basket inside, so that the contents will rotate and go through that oil. So I use a lot less oil. and I like to use it quite a bit. Now it is a little smaller than say a very large unit, but for something like this, it'll handle this amount of chicklings without any problem. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to preheat this. The knob on here, it says 340 for chicken. I like to go a little hotter. I'm probably going to do maybe 350 to 360. I'll probably do a 360 on here. So I'm going to get this oil heated up, and then I'm going to pull the hot plate over here, and I'm going to show you how to make the hot sauce while this oil is heating up. I'll be right back. Okay, now we're ready to make our buffalo sauce for our hot wings. And it's very simple. I'm going to use Frank's Red Hot sauce and some butter. And one of the common ratios is a 2/3 cup of the hot sauce and 1/3 cup of butter. A 1/3 cup of butter is a little over 5 tablespoons. So I'm just going to put the butter into our saucepan. I'm going to add the 2/3 of a cup of our hot sauce. And what you want to do is you want to get that butter, naturally completely melted, and get this mixture just till it starts to bubble at the first stages of a boil. And then I like to leave it simmer for about a minute, and then turn off the heat, and then I'll be ready to go. So I'm just going to keep an eye on this, and you can see the butter starting to melt and blend in. And I'll bring you back here right at the stage where it's bubbling, where you want to turn off the heat. And then I'll check the oil, and it should be ready to put our wings in. So I'll be back in a minute or two and show you what the buffalo sauce should look like when it's ready to go. Okay, my butter and hot sauce mixture is starting to come to a boil. So at this point, I'm going to let it bubble. I'm going to start to turn down the heat and let it bubble for about 30 seconds or a minute. I'm just going to stir, make sure it's okay. It's boiling pretty rapidly there. So I'm going to turn the heat off now. Stir for about a minute, then I may take it off the heat if this cool plate doesn't cool down fast enough. But really, that's all you want to do. You want to get it until it starts to bubble, and then it's ready to go. I'm going to take it off this hot plate. And, that's all you need to do. And that's it, our hot sauce is ready. So let me get this hot plate out of the way. I'll pull the deep fryer over, the RotoFry. And as soon as the temperature is up to speed, I'll bring you back. We'll put the wings in, and we're going to get ready to do some eating. Okay, our fryer's up to temperature. So I'll raise the basket. And now we're just going to put our buffalo wings in very carefully here. Load them in there. They should all fit in there. Perfect. Once the basket's loaded, just lower it in there. And I don't know if you can see, but now the basket's starting to, the overhead cam might get this, it's starting to rotate. So with the nice thing about this, like I said, it uses only a half or a third of the normal oil. So it will heat up a lot faster. And it also, depending what you're making, we'll put a little less oil into the food because the food isn't constantly soaking in the hot oil. It's rotating through it. So there's a good shot of the wings rotating through the oil. So I'm going to close the lid, and we're going to time it for about 10 minutes. Again, I have it set at about 360 degrees, and I'm going to do it for about 10 minutes. We'll pop open the lid and take a look in 10 minutes, and they should be golden brown and ready to go. Okay, it's been about 10 minutes, so let's take a look and see how our wings are doing. They look golden brown to me. So what we'll do is we'll lift up the basket and drain a little bit. There you go. You look at those. Don't they look delicious already? Beautiful golden brown. Unlock my basket here. There we go. the next thing we're going to do is we're going to put our hot sauce on here and then give them a taste. So let me get this fryer out of the way so I have more room, and we're going to give them a taste. Okay, I moved the fryer out of the way so I have more room. We have our wings, and now we're going to coat them with our buffalo sauce. Just take our mixture that we made earlier, our butter and our hot sauce, stir it up, and then just pour some over. I only made a small quantity of wings here, so I won't need all of this sauce. And now, some people shake, toss, stir, whatever you want to do. I'm just going to use a spatula and just roll them around in this sauce just so they're really coated very well. That should about do it. Our hot sauce over here. And now, the moment of truth. Let's see if these are America's favorite buffalo wings. I can smell the hot sauce is starting to get to me. The heat, the pepper smell. I'm trying not to cough because, woo, baby, they are spicy. Remember, we also added that cayenne spice, but I'm going to leave some here. I don't think we need that many right now. The smell, authentic buffalo wings. This is it. Take a look. All right. These are going to be hot and spicy. The spice is making me cough already. Woo! So I have the hot sauce, and then after that, we're going to have our seasonings with our cayenne and our garlic. They're going to be delicious. Let's give it a try. The first thing that hits you is the classic buffalo wing flavor of the hot sauce and the butter. And then followed by the salt, pepper, garlic. And now that cayenne's really starting to kick in. I better finish talking before I start coughing from this heat. So, there you go. It's very easy to make. Spicy buffalo wings. Simple recipe. Wings, a couple of spices, some hot sauce, some butter, fry them up, put your sauce on, and you're good to go. So for the big game or any time when you want to having a party and you want some buffalo wings, instead of buying them out or going to the store to get them, just make your own. Grab some wings, whip up a batch. They're delicious, and you can customize them the way you want them, as much heat as you want. If you want to add some extra spices, go right ahead. And they're very delicious. So thank you for watching. If you enjoyed watching this video and would like to see more like it, please press the thumbs up, like, subscribe, and leave a comment or two. In the meantime, I'm going to get to the rest of these because they're very good. Oh, thank you for watching. Everybody loves buffalo wings. Making my eyes water.